Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us, right? We are a spirit brought into this human body. This human body is this physical form, and also our mind, our brain. So our brain is of the dunya. It is, when our spirit goes back up, our body, our brain will be in our grave decay. So our brain is a tool. It is a resource that we have to navigate this world and this life. And all the thoughts that come into it are not, we don't need to attach ourselves to them. It's a tool. A great analogy that I heard was that of a horse. Think of a wild horse. If you try to ride a wild horse, it's gonna, be running here and there. It's gonna try and go and graze in that field, go to this place. You're gonna have a very hard time getting to your destination, right? You're trying to get from A to B. It's just not cooperating getting you to B because it is untrained. It's not used to having a rider on its back. It doesn't know about listening to you pulling its reins. It's just doing whatever it wants. But a trained horse, a horse that knows the rules and the commands, when you get onto that horse's back, it is very efficient at getting you from A to B. You can ride it, you can control it, you can get there. And our minds similarly are a tool that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with. So it is on us to train our minds. We cannot let them run helter skelter with all negative thoughts. Oh my God, what if this happens? What if I get coronavirus and then this person and then the pandemic and blah, 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 and my business and blah, blah. It can go crazy. And you've encountered friends who are like, they'll share with you their worries and you're like, whoa, you've gone way, what's happening? Why are you thinking all, and you feel it in your own selves. But that is the result of an undisciplined mind, the result of a mind that has let to be roaming free. And all of Islam, in what Allah has shared with us, is to guide us and support us in disciplining our minds. Remember me, contemplate creation, think of Allah, focus on prayer, sit between the prayers, essentially is meditation. Meditate is to discipline your mind, to remember the truth, that you're a spirit, that you are supported, that all risk comes from Allah, that you are taken care of, that if a whole world were to gather to harm you, they couldn't harm you. It's to get your mind to be within the realm of an obedient horse so that it can be under the dominion of your heart. If you look in the Quran, all source of knowledge and understanding, Allah links it to the heart. The Quran does not mention the brain or the mind at all. It says, will they not understand? Their breasts are open for understanding. Their chests are open. Their heart is open. All understanding comes from the heart. So our heart is meant to lead us in our life. We've just veered so far off track, the Western world, be rational, think smart, use your brain, blah, blah, blah. We've been inundated with we're supposed to rely on our minds, but we can see now that just causes stress and anxiety. Trying to make the pro and con list for every decision, your mind can come up with the pros and cons, and then you're stuck and you're paralyzed and you're anxious because you don't know what to choose. Whereas your heart can tap into spiritual realms and sense the guidance that Allah's, well, this just feels right. You have no rational explanation for it, but it just feels like I'm supposed to, go to this program or work with this thing or talk with this person. It feels right because that is knowledge that is coming from the unseen realm, that is a blessing and a connection between you and Allah. And when you're more leading with your heart, your mind is the horse, a trained horse that gets you from A to B. That, we're trying to plan a vacation. Your mind does what it needs to do to plan that vacation. I'm trying to, whatever it is, your mind leads you to do it, but it is not just free roaming. Oh, we need to work on this. We need to do that. We need to worry about this. And that is the place when you're talking about negative thoughts and how to be disciplined, it is working on your mind. And as a mindset coach, one of the things I offer is, if you go to my Instagram account, it's @PracticalMuslim, is Islamic devotionals, which are short little reminders to help you conceptualize Allah in a supportive way and get your mind thinking correctly or back in line with the truth that Allah has told us, so that it can get into its place as subservient to your heart.